So maybe that's fine. She's not
No,
here.
that's a Three Rivers case. He was.
Oh, yeah, he was asking about the prosecution of it, not the defense of it.
Wonder if Jessica is Jesus' sister.
Mom, it's one day at a time.
Jesus Quintana.
Oh,
That creep can roll. Yeah. but
Oh,
he's a-
Quintana, did you call him a creep? That guy
Yeah,
can
but he's a
roll.
pederast.
What's a pederast?
What's a pederast over?
I'm sorry. Okay, I think we have one customer. This is pretty dismal.
So according to her, she has nothing pending,
Okay,
and
She has unpaid fines, but she doesn't have anything.
she has a prior retail fraud from several years back. This one, she says is groceries. The groceries were returned to Walmart, so there's no restitution owed. Retail fraud there. Is that a 90-day?
yeah, I think it is, but I typically, that's not gonna be the sentence.
It's a 90-day, what's the fine on that?
93 day.
It's, I guess 500 or three.
$93 or, excuse me, 93 days up to $500 or 3 times the value of the property. All right, Miss Knapp, would you come up to the podium, please? Let me turn the record on. We have a very slow start today. We've been just sitting here doing deep thought. Good morning. Are you Andrew K. Knapp?
yes, sir.
Ms. Knapp, you got charged with retail fraud in the second degree. It's alleged that back in September that you were at the Walmart store and you stole property that was worth more than $200 but less than $1,000. According to the affidavit of probable cause. This happened over several occasions. You allegedly stole $285.77 on September 8th. And on September 11th, you took $552 worth of stuff, but they actually stopped you that time. They allege you do have a prior retail fraud, so they requested retail fraud in the second degree. Total value would be about $900, although I'm not clear about the $552.80. That is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $2,000. Mr. Rognus apparently was willing to reduce it to a retail fraud third. Is that correct, Mr. Rognus?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. If what I heard is correct, you wish to plead not guilty on those
Correct.
charges? You want me to appoint a lawyer to assist you with this?
Yes.
All right, I'll show a plea of not guilty. And appoint an attorney. We're all the way out to December 6th for attorney pretrial. Are you still out on Youngman Road?
No, sir.
So I got your address. M60 Jones.
Correct.
All right, you owe me some money. You had a use of a methamphetamine charge or
Yes.
some other controlled substance. You owe $475. You're on a payment plan, the kind
Yes,
where you never
correct.
make any payment.
I have not yet.
Well, it was January of 24.
Yes.
You haven't made a payment since,
No, this should occur to here just like a month ago, I think.
well, 12/1 of 24 was the
Yes.
date.
It's my due date to have it all paid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's December 1st.
Yes.
Okay, not January
Yes.
1st. All right, so you're right, it's not here yet.
Yes.
You also have an unpaid defective equipment ticket.
Yes, I
from-
did seen that. I just found that out when I called up here yesterday. They told me I had that. So I was gonna go over there to.
They
the
used
traffic-
to suspend your light, why don't you just give her that? They used to suspend your license for that, but they don't anymore. All right, you can't go into Walmart.
Yes,
The clerk is gonna take you out to the counter and get a court-appointed
Yes.
attorney. All right, I'm assuming these are on video. So you can get, yeah, there's video footage attached. When you get a lawyer, you can sit down and look at the video of these two incidents. They only charge with one incident. But there's actually two alleged to be, at least two, one on September 8th and one on September 11th. So, all right. Thanks for letting us know you were running late.
thank you. You're welcome.
All right, I'll see you on December 6th.
Yes,
Now, they're gonna give you the paperwork, with the lawyer's name and number on it. I want you to call that lawyer, make an appointment to discuss the case prior to that date. Then when you get with a lawyer, perhaps you can take a look at the videos,
yes.
make a decision on how you want to proceed.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you have a good day. Thank you.
Yeah, one more that's filling out. by the-
All right.
Hey, Tyler. Ceruleus?
Oh, that's Three Rivers, but Larry needs to. I don't think any of the 8:30 pre-trials are mine.
All ordinance. She would enter the store and select a tote and conceal items in the tote. All right, well, she can decide what she wants to do.
I was gonna go down and vote early. Larry said there was an hour wait yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Larry,
to
who,
Vote early. Larry, what's
that where?
down here at the early voting station down by the jail?
Oh, yeah, wow. My wife and son, I don't know, both voted by mail.
I thought they were gonna.
I
send it
said
to
I
me
didn't want to.
automatically.
I like the old school voting in person.
I thought as soon as you hit 65, it came in mail automatically. I didn't know you had to request it.
Well, it may have, I don't know, but. Is Mr. George here?
Yes, I have seen Tim.
We can't do anything with this gentleman until we see Mr. George.
I will go hunt him down.
Tim is doing pre-exams, pre-trials, and arraignments. So I guess it was worth his trip over here this morning. He's got a couple of felony cases. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he has one.
Yeah.
felony case.
And the dude's here. Well, that's all sobriety core. That's
Is he
true.
abiding? Gee, I didn't shut the chat off. Oops, sorry about that. Thank you all. I let this go for longer than I intended. Anyway, thank you all for saying hello. I may have to delete this later. We let it go just for the beginning and then try to turn it off. As I said, it takes about 17 steps to shut the chat off. All right, now we're just here waiting for at least one customer.
Maybe I should ask the city of Three Rivers if I could get appointed deputy interim prosecutor, so I'd be a dip for the city of Three Rivers.
Yeah.
So I'm a stat for the county and a dip for Three Rivers.
Good morning, Mr. George. Apparently, we have only one customer for you. Jeffrey Bryant Coleman is a no-show. He has 2 cases. He has a warrant out. Jessica Quintana, who I fully expected to be here, is not here. Who is here is Dominic Michael Aurelius Salinas.
Is Coleman a split ticket, one state and one city?
No, Coleman is, yes, one is state statute, one is city ordinance.
Okay.
I looked at this yesterday. Let me take a look at it.
Judge, and I think Mr. Weston is speaking with him, but you know.
All right.
Doing okay, what up? Finding anything? I'll sell you my house for the right price. Of course,
Yeah.
you gotta live across the street from Steve Wilson.
Mrs. Aurelius Salinas, would you come up to the podium? Right there. Yeah, people, that's the podium. This is called the bench. Those are called council tables. Good morning, sir. Are you Dominic Michael Aurelius Salinas? Yep. You got a combination Greek, Hispanic name, it looks like, or Italian. Anyway, good morning, sir. Are you from Sturgis?
Yes, sir.
You got a ticket in Three Rivers on October 10th. And may charge you with violation of your instructional permit and speeding on Michigan Avenue, 47 and a 35, 30, it's 30 there. It's not that hard to go 40. That's pretty fast for there. Anyway, Mr. Tim George, a Three Rivers City attorney, has offered to dismiss the speeding charge, which will save you $90. And dismiss the violation instructional permit. If you, that's a misdemeanor, it's punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. But it'll go on your driving record and it will undo your permit. You'll have to wait at least 180 days before you can get your license. Mr. George has agreed to dismiss that charge for a plea to allowing another to violate the vehicle code. It's under 257-326 of the Michigan Motor Vehicle Code. It's an odd statute. It is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and fine of up to $100. Carries no points. And the odd atypical part of it is it doesn't go on your driving record. Won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your learner's permit and ultimately get your license. You understand? All right, other than that, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this? Or threaten you?
No, sir.
Now, they apparently didn't give you a device of rights when you got here.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
gave it
sir.
to you already, sir.
You did? What did I do with it?
I didn't-
All right, apparently they did give you an advice of rights that Michelle lost. There it is. You understand you're giving all those rights up by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
All right, where were you going at 1 o'clock in the morning over in Three Rivers?
Back to my girlfriend. I fell asleep at a friend's house, woke up late.
So did you have another driver in the car with you?
Yes, when I went to my friend's house, I did.
All right, so when you got pulled over, did you have another?
No, sir.
All right, that's the violation.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so let me repeat, this isn't, how'd you get here this morning?
My girlfriend.
Okay, she lives in Three Rivers?
No, she lives in Sturgis with me, but we were at her parents' in Three Rivers.
Do you work at Enviro Clean?
Oh, no, I used to. I work at a trim pack now in Kalamazoo.
Are you missing work now?
Yes, sir.
I will get you back to work. Fine's $100. There's a $75 crime victims' rights fee and a $50 state minimum fee. Total fine is $225. Can you pay that by November? Oh, that's a holiday, December 2nd?
Yes, sir.
$225 by 12, $224. All right, sir, you're good to go. The speeding ticket's dismissed. The violation of permit is dismissed. What you need to do is go ahead and take your driver test and get your full license, and then you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you,
And
sir.
don't go down Michigan Avenue at 1 o'clock in the morning at 47. They'll pull you over every time.
Yeah.
All right, you're good to go.
We have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Mr. George, let's talk about what else you've got here this morning. We got Jessica Quintana on a retail fraud and a disorderly person. She is not here. I don't have a phone number. Seems like she missed a couple times already. She didn't show up for arraignment in May. Sent an amended complaint. She's already failed to appear once. Can issue a bench warrant for her arrest. Miss Quintana at Douglas Avenue in Three Rivers. You need to get in here. Bench warrant. $250 cash or surety, 48-hour hold. She has to be fingerprinted also. Anyway, she is not here. Hope she comes here. Or she's gonna get arrested. Jeffrey Bryant Coleman. File 24553 as a disorderly person and a retail fraud in the city of Three Rivers under city ordinance. File 24459 is a retail fraud third degree under state statute. There's a warrant already out in that case. The defendant also failed to appear for arraignment. He and Miss Quintana may have been together, I can't tell. Anyway, he has one warrant out, and I'm gonna do another warrant. He's failed to appear previously. People would show up when they're supposed to, life would be smoother. There's a series of books set in Florida with a character named Serge Storms, and he has a sidekick named Coleman, who takes any sort of drug known to man. Failed to appear for a second time. Please do bench warrant. Bond. $250, cash or surety, 48-hour hold. Has open warrant.
I'm gonna run. I think that's it for today.
I have a phone number. I'm gonna call this guy.
Hopefully there's not an hour waiting for there.
Mr. George, did any of your pretrials show up?
I can go check.
All right.
I think that Weinberg's here.
Well, that's a PCC.
Oh, okay, you're right. Well, how you doing?
Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
John Coleman.
Good morning. This is Judge Middleton calling for Jeffrey Bryant Coleman. He was supposed to be in court this morning at 8:15. If you have contact with him, let him know that I've issued a bench warrant for his arrest and he has 48 hours to get in here.
Well, he's in jail.
Okay.
He's in prison, as a matter of fact.
Where is he?
In central Michigan. He went to jail through Paw Lake jurisdiction, Paw, Michigan jurisdiction.
All right, well, that's probably a pretty good reason why he isn't here. So he's in the Michigan, in the Michigan Department of Corrections?
That is correct. In
All right.
central Michigan.
All right, thank you. I'll look that up. Thank you, sir.
And who is this?
This
again?
is Judge Middleton from Centerville.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't usually get a call from the judge. I'm just a dad, by the way.
All right. Well, thanks for the information.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, sounds like he might be in the Department of Corrections, which is a pretty good reason why he didn't show up. And we'll look that up in a minute. Maybe we can set up a Zoom. Good morning, Josh. I know a little bit about this morning's cases, but see if you got any more. We often have trouble with Paul Gibson's weeks. Maybe he's filled you in. I have a waiver in Trenton Young and Marina Cloud from Ms. Hines.
Yes.
Joshua Blake, also known as Vanden Beej, is in jail in Newaygo on federal charges. Do you know anything about any of the others?
No.
Well, that makes two of us. Has Mr. Gibson stopped to talk to you yet?
No.
I just talked on blue in the face. You are aware of the waivers in Young and Cloud?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Young was not doing very well in his testing, but I guess he's already waived. I'll leave that for a circuit court concern.
Do you need me for anything else, Your Honor?
No, we're good to go. Thank you.
Have a good one, Your Honor.
Are you trying that case tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, good luck. How long do you think that's gonna take?
I don't know.
3 days, 2 days?
I mean, it's set for 3, but it will spill over next week. If we need to. There's not a ton of evidence to present, so.
Mr. Young has apparently posted bond. Yes. And Marina Cloud from Kissington Road, that doesn't sound right. I have a Kissington Road.
This is Mr. Wigington. The other feature on this Riley has been reset.
All right, very good, thank you. 1876. Mr. Wigington, why don't you come up to the podium? You got several things going on this morning. You got a pre-exam conference, but you also have a misdemeanor traffic matter. And this is the traffic matter. This is file 24178 OT 2420724OI. You are charged with driving without a license, no proof of registration, and no proof of insurance. I call those driving while poor. The insurance is $150 and the registration is $105. The prosecutors agreed to dismiss both of those charges, which will save you $255, which is better than a poke in the eye. And you're going to plead to having no valid operator's license while you were driving the car that day. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
other than what was just said here, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this charge
No, sir, they didn't.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. You've got an attorney in your other case. All you gotta do is ask me, and I could appoint one for you in this case as well. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent. Excuse me, if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand all that?
Yes, sir, I do.
On this particular day, excuse me, I gotta get off and get some water, which was September 29th. Were you driving a car in Three Rivers?
Yes, sir, I was.
And did you not have a valid license?
No, sir, I did not.
Where were you going?
Me and my buddy, we was getting bottles, we was just getting bottles out of trash cans, out of dumpsters. And usually he drives, but I was gonna buy his car. I was thinking about buying his car, so I was like test driving it, so to speak. And my luck, the cops pulled me over whenever we left.
All right. Do you still live in Kessington Road?
Yes, sir, I do.
Does Miss Cloud still live there also?
Yes, sir, she does.
Right, they showed her Kessington Road, Three Rivers, but it's actually a Union address. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
What's the zip code there?
49130.
All right, thanks.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna give you a fine. I'll give you 30 days to pay it. You got other problems, but this one is gonna be one less thing you have to worry about. Somebody posted your bond. Who posted your bond?
Marina did.
All right, well, if you got enough money to post bond, you ought to have enough money to pay this in 30 days.
She had to sell my guitars, but yes, sir, I can manage to pay it. I'm working. I'll be able to pay it.
All right, $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee. There are a lot of people driving around with no insurance and no proper registration because they don't have money to pay for it. But now they can run your plate and they can tell whether the car is insured or not. Anyway, you owe $200. We'll make it due by December 2nd. So the first Monday in December. Have you talked to your other lawyer, Mr. Gibson, yet?
I seen him in the hallway, but he has another client right now.
Had you talked to him before?
Oh, yes, sir. I talked to him yesterday before I bonded out.
All right, very good. Don't leave yet until you talk to him, but this matter's done.
Yes, sir.
So I'll see you in a little bit on your other case.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
No, I'll hold on to everything. I've got two of the felonies. Mr. George has Lane Weinberg.
He was here.
Yeah, that's what I understand. All right.
Judge, I just have one. It's Mr. Weinberg.
Sure. Mr. Weinberg, come up and have a seat if you would. Good morning, sir. Are you Lane Allen Weinberg?
Yes, sir.
I met you before. You're here with your lawyer, Mr. Tim George. You're set for what's called a pre-exam conference this morning on a charge of possession of methamphetamine, possession of firearm by a felon, and felony firearm. That's the one that carries a mandatory minimum 2-year prison sentence preceding and consecutive to any other sentence. Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert is here, along with your lawyer. Mr. Robert, what's the status here?
I've been handed a paper waiver on this case.
All right, Mr. Weinberg, you waived your right to have the preliminary examination in this matter. Are you still living on Constantine Street?
No, sir.
I have an updated address that I can give to the board.
All right, what town are you in?
Cole?
Okay. Did you ever live on Constantine Street?
Yeah,
Okay, because I thought you were a
that
Cole
was
guy.
when I was in the program.
Okay,
Court program.
all right. Are you off circuit court probation?
Yeah, I'm on tether now, so.
Oh, you're on pretrial supervision, but
Yeah.
you're off circuit court. All right. As far as I can tell, you don't owe us anything other than old booking fees, and I'm not gonna chase that. All right, the matter will be set for a status conference in circuit court. You're on the pretrial supervision with the tether. The last thing you need to be fooling around with is guns. So leave them alone. That's a hard 2-year prison sentence if it sticks. So they're gonna try to see if they can somehow resolve this. All right, I'll accept your waiver. You're free to go on about your business.
All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have a good morning, sir.
Thank you. Mr. George, I think that frees you up. We took care of Mr. Wigington. Did Dwayne, Macon, Riley show up on the pretrial?
Yes,
So what'd you do with him?
I think it's Morgan.
Oh,
Right.
Morgan,
She's reset 4 weeks. She's taking care of
oh, it's a girl. All right, very good, thanks.
Good.
Hello, Ms. Hines.
We're all set on my stuff.
Yes,
Far as I know. Good, all right.
your guy had some issues with his testing at DRC.
Yeah, he didn't think that he had the drug test and we did clear that up a little bit.
I
so-
just accepted the waiver. The matter's now bound over to circuit court, so if
Alright.
there's an issue, it'll be taken up
And
there.
we talked about it and he thought that he had to be on a color code and I said, no, when they call you to drug test, you need to go in and drug test, so.
All right, and Josh, you'll give me that waiver when you're done with it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, here's Mr. George again, but you don't have anything else for us?
No, sir.
All right, I guess we'll take a recess. It's 9. We often struggle on certain days with lawyers telling us what's going on. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up that guy that's in prison, see what his story is. All right, we're gonna stop the live feed. Be back in 15 or 20 minutes, I guess, if we see Mr. Gibson.
I completely shut off my heat when it was minus 11 degrees Fahrenheit outside for an entire